Eh bien, coucou à tous et bienvenue dans cette nouvelle vidéo où on continue le jeu Twin Mirror. Et on a eu un moment génial que j'ai vraiment
What are you
aimé.
thinking, Sam? You can't just leave Anna here alone.
Mais c'est parce que je sais pas où elle est. Et ouais, c'était putain d'intéressant. J'adorais ce qui s'est
If
passé.
Declan arrives, he's gonna see the car. He'll know someone is here.
Et vous, qu'en avez-vous pensé? N'hésitez pas à le dire en commentaire.
What are you thinking, Sam? You can't just
En
leave
fait,
Anna here alone.
ce serait bien de savoir où je dois aller. Ah, c'est par là, j'avais pas vu. C'est parti.
Declan could be here already. I should be careful.
Ah, mais attends, c'est là où on était au début du jeu? Oh.
Falling off is the least of my worries right now.
Finally pull yourself out of your daze long enough to join me. I was worried about you.
I know. I had a bit of a panic attack. I'm really sorry I put us in danger. That's over now. I'm in the here and now, 100%.
All right. Glad to have you.
Ah, ça y est, elle l'a touché.
So I guess this could be all of this madness coming to a close, right? Hopefully in the good way. Maybe we can bring Nick and Dennis some justice. I'm ready to see it end.
Anna, whatever happens, I'm really glad someone's here with me.
J'espère juste qu'elle va pas se
Sam,
faire tuer.
we can get all sappy once this is all over. Now we need those files. I can't find them anywhere.
Arrête de...
Did Dickie say where the dead drop was?
He didn't. We'll have to keep looking for it. Did you already go through that side?
I've been looking everywhere. So far, all I've found is a lot of gum under tables. Declan could be here any minute. Let's hurry it up.
The dead drop doesn't seem to be here. Too exposed.
La poubelle, ça serait trop simple aussi.
This would be the classic choice, but no. Nothing.
Pas dans un arbre par hasard? Franchement, ça m'étonnerait pas. Ils en font quand même une
I don't see
cinématique.
it. Burying it would be a lot of work for Dickie.
Ah!
Nowhere to hide a USB stick here.
Dans la boîte à déjeuner.
Rotten food. Probably too gross even for someone like Dickie.
J'aurais dit dans l'ourson, moi. Elle est là.
Found it.
You did? Let me see. With this, we'll be able to put Declan behind bars and clear your name. Come on,
Et là, il arrive.
There, boss.
Declan.
Now, you two just relax.
Non,
We're
s'il
here
te
for the
plaît.
same reason. Now, all you have to do is give me what you found in that there lockbox.
You... How could you look everyone in the eye and lie to them? You went to his wake? You drank with his friends.
It was harder than you think.
Tell me what happened with Nick. Why did you kill him?
Same thing that happened to you. He saw an opening and jumped in it. He started asking questions, never actually thought he'd find answers. But he did. And then he kept playing with fire, so he got burned.
So that's it. You killed him because he did his job.
Don't start thinking I enjoyed doing it. It just had to be done. It was just the same as with that drunk fool Dennis. All I wanted was to see how much he knew and get him to keep his mouth shut. Turns out he knew more than he should have.
It doesn't have to end the same way this time. There's always another option.
Almost sounds like you wising up some, Higgs. Doesn't look like you're willing to take the same fall from 2 years ago. Fuck that common good shit, right?
You were one of Basswood's best. People counted on you.
Don't even try to give me that. I've given enough to those two-faced hypocrites. Everybody's happy to shake my hand and say how grateful they are. As soon as you turn around, they'll stab you in the back. Eventually, I realized that's how people are. The only thing left is to adapt. Help keep a lid on things. And if someone's got a profit, might as well be me. Nick and Dennis, that part wasn't supposed to happen. But here we are. And I'm done leaving behind loose ends.
Il va nous tuer dans tous les cas.
Anna's gonna try something.
Je veux pas qu'elle tente quelque chose.
Declan, listen to me. Think about what you're doing. Is this what you want? You killed Nick. You killed Dennis. You're running the drug ring in Basswood.
If only you could have left it at that. But you had to poke around again. Now I have 2 witnesses to deal with, thanks to you.
This is bad. Be careful. Every word
C'est bien ce que
will
je
count
pense,
from
il
now
va
on.
nous buter sinon.
Have to lower his guard long enough for you and Anna to gain the upper hand. It's gonna
Baisser
be
sa
hard.
garde.
But remember, I'm with you. Every word of the way.
Tell me exactly why I shouldn't kill both of you right here.
Keep your cool. He's not gonna shoot if he thinks he has better options.
Bah oui.
Otherwise, he already would have. Killing us is not in your best interest, Declan. The more bodies you leave behind, the harder it'll be to hide them.
It's a good point. But at least bodies don't talk. Look, I don't want to do this. But I promise. It ain't personal.
Don't delude yourself. Nothing is more personal than this. And you won't do it.
What makes you think that? Seen into my soul?
He wants things to stay as they were, to cover up the whole story. If he thinks you'll get in his way, he won't hesitate to pull that trigger.
Ouais. Rien ne t'oblige à nous tuer. Rien ne t'oblige à nous tuer. Ça ne passera pas inaperçu.
You're not some psycho killer, Declan. You're in over your head. I doubt you ever intended to kill anyone. Dickie's still alive. You could have killed him, and you didn't. You're still a cop. You still care about this town.
Maybe you're right, Sam. Maybe deep down I don't want to hurt anyone. Or maybe I just still had a use for Dickie. And I was just thinking of paying him a visit as soon as I got the goods.
Good luck finding him. He won't show up if he doesn't hear from us again.
I know you're bluffing. You seem to think you can just walk away. Go ahead. Tell me how that happens.
For all his bad boy act, it's clear he wants insurances. To know he's safe. Deep down, he thinks everyone is as crooked as he is.
Achète notre silence quand l'épreuve part.
Take the proof Dickie stole and let us go. We won't tell anyone. You know where our family and friends live, after all.
And that would be enough to keep you from talking. Why should I trust you? You're you. You care about stories, not people. You published that article and sank the whole town, leaving saps like me to clean it up. If I let you go, who's to say it won't be the same thing all over again?
You know, as a criminal and as a cop, he's probably seen lots of desperate people doing desperate things. Stay calm. Appear confident. You staring down the barrel of his gun is already having an effect on him. I told the inconvenient truth once, and it destroyed my life. It destroyed a lot of lives. I won't make that mistake again.
Learned your lesson, huh? I'm not so sure, Sam. I bet you're the one that tipped the police off about Dennis's body. Even though that meant painting a huge target on your back, I made sure of that. But killing you's more trouble than it's worth. You're right about that. So how about you just hand over the evidence, Anna? Nice and easy.
It all comes down to this, Sam. Anna's about to jump him. Keep his attention on you. It's better for everyone this way. You win, Declan.
Good call. I expect you two to keep your end of the bargain.
You asshole!
Anna, fais attention, fais attention. Anna, tire! Oh non, elle s'est fait tirer dessus.
Not exactly what I had in mind.
Elle s'est fait tirer dessus, les gars.
Hello? A woman has been shot. I need an ambulance. Just hurry!
J'espère que tu vas pas mourir, Anna. Et lui, il est tombé. Ça va, normalement, t'es pas touché au cœur.
Okay, good. Stay with me. You have to stay with me.
I'm fine. Don't worry.
Anna, please.
Ah non, tu vas me dire qu'il va la perdre. Dans tous les cas, je me serais débrouillée tout seul et soit je serais morte ou pas morte.
Carrie James at 1043 WVCK, the Basswood Sound. You heard
On
the
va
news
voir.
today? The local cop who died in that fatal shooting last week is apparently the head of a small opioid ring right here in Basswood. Crazy. It's
Bon, au moins il est
believed
mort.
he used his position to bring in drugs from all over the county and that he murdered 2 people in an attempted cover-up. Good news, however, the journalist who was wounded while confronting the rogue
Ouais, elle est
cop
pas
was
morte.
released from the hospital
C'est bien ce que
today.
je pensais. Ouf, ça y est, j'ai fait une bonne partie du jeu. J'en suis sortie. Ouf. Yes.
Oh, Sam. Nice to see you up and about.
Yep.
Him again? He really wants to be a part of this community, doesn't he? Wait, scratch that. He really wants to look like he's part of this community. Nice to see you again. Paying your respects.
I thought I'd wished Anna my best. What affects the community affects us all, Sam. Lots of well-wishers. Kathy, Walter, Bess. Makes me feel a touch like a ghoul.
Sometimes it's what it takes to be part of the community. I know how it feels to be outside looking in.
Very astute. Putting down roots is a rather active process.
Us outsiders have to stick together. Can't let the insiders know how much they scare us.
No, we cannot. I feel so selfish keeping you away from everyone. I'm sure Anna is waiting for you. You have a good day. No. You have a good life, young man.
I'll try. Looks like I'm not the only one who's come to visit Anna. I'm so glad she's finally out of the hospital.
Bah oui. En fait, elle était pas touchée vers le cœur, elle était touchée vers l'épaule. Donc c'est pour ça que je me disais, oh, elle devrait pas être morte. Puis j'ai suivi ce qu'on m'a dit. C'est pour ça que j'ai fait de bon choix, je crois. Eh, le papa. Bonjour.
Sam, hold your horses.
Bah oui, c'est à toi que je voulais te parler en
Anna's
premier en
busy
plus.
with the sheriff. You should probably give him a moment or two.
Sure,
Okay.
Joe. How you been?
How have I been? Son, I appreciate you being here for Anna. You don't change what happened. My girl's hurt, real bad. And things could have been even worse without you. You did good.
See? Told you promising him you'd keep his daughter safe was a good idea. Who knows, it might have even given you the extra boost you needed against Declan. But you did do good. Well done, champ. Well, when a man makes a promise, he does what he needs to keep it. Ooh, Playing the macho card with the old patriarch. Very nice.
That he does. You know, Anna told me how things went down up there. Said you getting inside Declan's head saved her skin.
I knew the kind of man Declan was. His weaknesses. Maybe I even share a few.
You're nothing like that snake. You're a good man, Sam. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. I know you're really here for my daughter. And today, you're not the only one. Lots of good people have come around to see how she's doing. Don't you be a stranger, Sam. Not a lot of people with a good handshake left.
Mais au fait, l'épreuve, elle les a donnés à Declan. Donc ils ont dû retrouver son corps et l'épreuve, je pense. Parce que je crois qu'elle l'avait pas encore donné. Hein. Enfin, qu'elle l'avait pas sur elle, la clé.
Where are they? Where are Dad's notebooks? The yellow legal pad
You
ones?
can get them later. You need to say hello to the guests who just arrived.
The yellow ones were Dad's favorites. I wanted to start using them. They've got to be here somewhere. Just
Joan
give me a
Waldron.
minute.
Don't make me say it again.
Fine. I guess it doesn't really matter.
Careful, Muley. She's in one of her moods.
Toi aussi, t'as l'air de mauvaise humeur. Hein.
I'm sorry you had to see that. It was hard before, but now she's completely shut me out.
She's still trying to make sense of all that's happened. She's been through a lot. Maybe Basswood just isn't the right place for her anymore.
You don't understand. It's not that easy to leave.
Kathy, I'm not here to judge. I just want to help.
I know. Sorry. I've just been dealing with so much lately. You've always managed to get Joan to talk to you. Any advice?
Now, Sam, we need to be really careful about this. Kathy's already on edge. Joan noticed her mom is overdoing the painkillers, but we can't just kick the door down and confront her directly.
Ouais.
Kathy, Joan is distant because she feels you haven't been yourself lately. She told me at times it's like you don't see her.
It's nothing against her. I've just been working myself ragged, and I hurt my back, and...
She said it wasn't just that. She's noticed the pills.
It's the only way I can deal with my back, and it helps with other things.
Look, I can't imagine how hard it is to raise a child by yourself. But I don't want to see Joan grow apart from the last parent she has.
I didn't realize it got that bad. You're right. I need to get help. Sam, could I count on you to help look after Joan every now and then? She needs the people she loves close to her right now.
I'd love to. I get along better with her than most adults.
T'imagines, il dit bah je peux pas. Ça sera enculé.
I thought I could do this alone.
I'm here to help in any way I can.
Thank you. And if you ever need something, know your family. I should really say hi to the other guests. Take care.
Qu'est-ce que tu fais?
Hey, Bug.
Hey, Muley.
This one is all you. I never could get a read on her. How are you holding up?
Fine, I guess. Well, at least that's what most people want me to say when they ask.
Come on, Bug. I want to know how you feel. How you really feel.
I guess better today than yesterday? Maybe. I still miss Dad. But finding out what happened to him, I don't know, makes me feel a bit better.
It'll keep feeling better with time. Even if it's hard, you have to keep one thing in mind. You're not alone. And your mom will always be there for you, no matter what.
What about you? Are you staying this time?
I'm not sure yet.
Oh.
But I promised your mom I'd help keep you out of her hair.
You did?
Of course. I'd help your mom, and I figured you'd be happy to have me around.
So we'll get to hang out again? Like in maybe board games at the coffee shop?
Bah
Just
oui.
like old times?
Anytime you want.
You're the best, Muley.
I'm all right. Listen, I need to find Anna now. I'll see you around, okay?
The sooner the better.
Et toi, es-tu déçu?
Walter.
Samuel, my boy, as I live and breathe. I kept meaning to call, but phones are so impersonal. How are you holding up?
I'm just happy Anna's coming home. Things could have been much worse.
It always can be. It always can be. You went through something terrible, but I'm glad you came out the other end. I've had a brush myself with the Maker here and there, and I would never call them fun. Not fun at all. Life-affirming, though, definitely. Even for those close to you, it leaves a mark. Now, 2 members of my family of heart are gone. One is wounded. That day, you said you need to ride until you can't anymore. Well, this is as far as I go. The Basswood Jungle has printed its last pages.
Consider taking some time to think it through. This doesn't sound like you. My first week in the bullpen, you said to me, "The pen is not a sword, but a shield." You take this town's shield away?
Using my own words against me. Believe me, I wish there were another way. But I lost my flame, and there's no one to pick up the torch. Except...
You.
He's gonna offer you to be editor-in-chief. He never liked you leaving in the first place, though he is missing the obvious. Anna. She's connected to this place in a way that you aren't. She'd be the right choice. If you're not interested in the position yourself, that is.
You. I see no one more up to the task. You've proven time and time again you're the quintessence of a journalist. I should have told you a long time ago.
Thank you, but no. This town and I have too much history.
Quite right, quite right. It was a silly idea.
Ouais,
What
c'est une
about
très bonne
Anna?
idée.
I can't think of anyone who cares more about Basswood.
Anna? She's always been a bit of a freelancer. I hadn't considered it. Though now I feel like a real tomfool. Do you think she'd take it?
We won't know until you ask her.
Wonderful. But Samuel, make sure this isn't goodbye. And next time I send you a text,
I'll answer it, Walter. I promise.
En fait, je
if I
sais
can
pas si
give
le
you a
perso il voulait
small piece
revenir.
of advice, a good life is one where you keep your friends close to your heart.
Oh. Je trouve ça trop mignon.
And you make sure to push yourself. Get some fresh air. Don't let these doctors keep you cooped up for too long now. Oh, Sam, you're finally here. I was looking for you. Now, I know you've been through hell and back. I know that. If there's anything the Basswood Police Department can do for you, or even just little old me, you give me a holler, all right? For now, well, I got some good news for you for once. We found Declan's fingerprints on Dennis's gun. And since your testimony and Anna's corroborate Dickie's statement, no charges are going to be filed against you or Anna. It's clear self-defense. Still hard to believe a man I trusted was running a drug ring. Here.
She's worried about her re-election chances as sheriff. She's playing cleanup for the whole police force right now. Before you answer, just remember, it's always nice to have a police chief as a friend. It wasn't your fault. No one saw it coming.
I still would have trusted him with my life. He was serious, dedicated. Looking back, maybe obsessed.
It's a rot that grows deep under the floorboards. I didn't see
C'est
it
pas moi qui
either.
a fait ça. Hein.
What happened isn't on you.
Thanks, officer.
Bess, hon. I've known you too long for you to call me anything else. Well, I'd love to stay, but I'm afraid duty calls. Look after yourself, Sam.
Qu'est-ce que ce jeu est beau! Est-ce que je peux rentrer? Non. C'était sûr. Bon, allez, je vais aller la voir. Salut Anna! Fin de l'histoire. Vont-ils rester ensemble?
So, I wasn't sure you'd show up at all.
Bah oui.
Yeah, I meant to get here before you, but I had to stop by the cemetery on the way. Finally paid Nick a visit.
Still doesn't feel like he's gone, right? I was still thinking he'd come greet me when I opened the door, you know?
He's not coming back anymore. But we have to remember him for all those little moments we shared with him.
Oh, wow. I almost forgot about that one.
Walter took it, right? Around the time you first worked for the jungle?
I won't forget he's not coming back, but I am thankful I met him. And you.
Ooh.
You feeling okay?
Is it crazy to say it feels like the longest day of my life is finally over?
I honestly know exactly what you mean. I've had other days like that, or I thought were like that. Makes me worry I have some even worse days lurking ahead.
Hey, I'm the one that got shot. You don't get to be the depressing one.
Sorry. Sorry.
What about you? How are you compacting everything?
It's way too big. It feels like a reel-to-reel film. That all really happened.
It's surreal, that's for sure.
I don't know if it'll ever feel real.
At least it's over. Whatever was on Nick's laptop is gone forever. But so are the bad guys. The scales are balanced.
If you say so. It's just...
It's just...
Want to tell me what you're doing here? Talk about the little details that don't add up and don't really matter? You better not be taking my happy ending away from us. It's just that...
Un bisou!
Okay. So, I talked to Walter. How would you like to be the next editor-in-chief of the Basswood Jungle?
What? Are you kidding?
I'm not. He's about to retire. I promised I'd talk you into it if you tried to turn it down.
I don't even know if I'd want it.
Prends-le ou je le ferai.
You know, I could use a job. If you don't want to do it, I'm sure Walter would...
Don't you dare! I do want that position.
Ah, quelle salope!
Okay, if I'm doing this, I might need help. What about you? Are you leaving town again?
J'ai été gentille parce que j'ai décidé le job. Hein.
I'm still thinking about it. Keeping my options open.
Well, think about it, Sam Higgs. You'd be welcome. Anytime. I am gonna need business cards.
No one uses business cards.
Ah, donc ok, ça se finit comme ça.
It's the 21st century, Higgs. What's old is new again. And think about what Walter would want.
Well, business cards it is then.
Les plans comme ça veut dire que c'est fini. Et ouais, c'est fini, putain. Eh bah bordel, qu'est-ce que c'était un bon jeu, même un très bon jeu, je l'ai beaucoup aimé. Bon, il y a certaines choses qui peuvent être prévisibles, mais, mais franchement, il y a beaucoup de choses qui passent au-dessus, en fait. Enfin, c'est aussi bon qu'un... Comment on appelle ça? Merde, j'ai oublié le nom. Celui qui est arrivé avant Beyond Two Souls. Heavy Rain. C'est aussi bon qu'un Heavy Rain, voire même meilleur qu'un Heavy Rain, je trouve. De mon point de vue, j'ai l'impression, en tout cas dans mes souvenirs. Faut dire qu'Heavy Rain, j'ai été spoilée par Fury. Enfin voilà. Mais ce jeu, qu'est-ce qu'il est bon! J'aurais juste voulu en savoir peut-être un peu plus sur l'histoire de la personne qui était de l'autre côté du miroir, en quelque sorte, qui m'aide. C'est peut-être un ami imaginaire, mais t'as l'impression quand même que c'est un autre lui dans sa tête, ou comme ou même un jumeau qui est dans sa tête. Enfin, comme s'il n'avait pas eu... Enfin, c'est comme si son jumeau, en fait, qu'il aurait dû avoir... Enfin, bref. Enfin, voilà. Très bon jeu, je vous le conseille, si vous souhaitez le faire de votre côté. N'hésitez pas à donner votre avis sur le jeu, en commentaire, et même, comme je disais, donc le faire. N'hésitez pas à donner aussi vos points de vue sur mes choix, ça me gêne pas. Je pense que j'ai eu une bonne fin, en tout cas ça s'est bien passé, ça aurait pu être pire, largement pire. J'étais déçue de ma fin dans Route 96, comme si ce que j'avais décidé était le pire des choix, et que c'était un petit peu, comme on dit... Enfin, qu'en gros, c'est si tu fais pas le choix que le jeu attend, bah en fait, bah, t'as fait de la merde. Alors que là, bah en fait, c'est peut-être justement parce que j'ai des conseils derrière que je peux prendre des bons choix. Et généralement, dans ma vie, je demande toujours des conseils à mes proches avant de prendre des décisions pour éviter justement de faire de mauvais choix. Enfin bref, c'était un très 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 bon jeu. Je sais pas si je vais oublier de dire certaines choses. Je vous conseille de le faire, je suis même déçue qu'il soit fini maintenant. Parce que j'ai vécu une belle histoire. Et peut-être qu'un jour je ferai une autre version de celui-ci, une autre... comment dire? Peut-être d'autres fins, mais je pense pas, parce que pour moi j'ai eu la bonne fin, et je vais peut-être regarder sur internet le reste. Enfin voilà. On va regarder, il y a les scènes. Ah, ça veut dire que je peux choisir. Mode collectionneur. Je vais regarder vite fait ce que c'est. J'ai vu combien de passages? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Il y a 16 chapitres en quelque sorte. C'est quoi le mode collectionneur? Rejouez la scène sélectionnée pour trouver les objets à collectionner. Vos choix ou actions ne seront pas sauvegardés. Oh, bah peut-être que je ferai ça, mais en dehors. Journal et stats. Ah, on peut peut-être finir là-dessus. Anna pense que je suis en train de partir en vrille et que je commence à être complètement obnubilée. Elle a sans doute raison, elle m'a fait confiance et je peux pas lui en vouloir si elle est en colère contre moi maintenant. Mais est-ce que j'ai vraiment le choix? Faudrait que je refasse certaines parties. Tout ce qui s'est passé m'a fait réaliser que je ne pouvais plus reculer, que je devais choisir qui je voulais être. Il faut que je trouve ma place dans le monde et que je vive ma vie, avec toutes ses peines et ses contradictions. Définition de ma vie aussi. Il en savait plus qu'il n'aurait dû de Nice. C'est ce qui l'a condamné. C'est Dicky qui est entré par effraction chez Anna et m'a attaqué, mais c'est seulement parce qu'il avait peur. Il craque sous la pression. Hostile et méfiante, Kayla, elle est très observatrice aussi. Serait-ce parce qu'elle a eu des yeux d'artiste, ou alors la vie lui a-t-elle appris à se débrouiller seule dès le plus jeune âge? C'est Declan qui dirige le trafic de drogue. Il a tué Nick et Dennis, tous recoupent. Il savait que Nick enquêtait sur le trafic de stupéfiants. Et Denis aurait pu découvrir quelque chose. Est-ce qu'il me soupçonnait déjà? Voilà. Option vidéo, ouais, sauvegarde. J'en ai une qu'une seule sauvegarde, je peux en faire plusieurs. Mais ouais, voilà. Donc j'espère en tout cas que ça vous aura plu. En tout cas, ce jeu m'a énormément plu. Et en tout cas, je vous dis à la prochaine pour un nouveau jeu. Et voilà, see you later. Bye. Ciao.